about the 30-yard.
Calvin Ma, the ball carrier, not much there on first down.
That's the pitch play, and that would be one of the main, offensive plays in this. Either pitch right or pitch left, with the quarterback and fullback usually leading. There's a counter.
Quarterback's going to keep it, and to no avail. Richard Harris, the big defensive end, got in there and disrupted everything.
Well, that was supposed to be a handoff to the other back, so it was the counter that we saw Lowell make a lot of yardage on the first time they had the ball, but they missed the handoff there.
Third down, handoff goes to Ma.
This is, it looks like holding. It looked like a sweep. In this case, they were trying to run the ball to the outside, and obviously the hold, was going to go against. If Menlo wants to, they'll decline the penalty, but it was a hold, and so they had no chance, little chance for success on that play.
Even with the hold, it went for about a yard loss.
Yes, it did.
It's one of those things where if you're going to hold, you might as well make it worth your while.
Well, they decline it, so that makes it a fourth down play.
And you'll see on
Jordan
the replay.
Williams, I think, makes the tackle here. But, yeah, you can see the hold, and it's very obvious and very evident. And so it did Lowell no good, and it gave them no chance to make to be successful. They either, if they made the first down, you take the penalty. If they don't, you decline the penalty. So now another punt situation. Menlo should get excellent field position.
Side spinning punt taken at the 50. Hops over a defender. Chris Reed with great field position given to the Knights here as they'll start at about the 30-yard line.
Right, they're back to what would have been the original line of scrimmage. So a good job on the return. You can see Menlo setting up and getting blocks downfield. And as you mentioned, a nice hop over the potential tackler. So Menlo has excellent field position, 4-down territory, and we're leading 20-0. Might be able to put this game away early.
Nichols in the backfield, 4 receivers, and Wickers is going to keep it himself and go right up the gut. He takes a page out of the Lowell playbook, except he didn't take the whole team with him. He just saw a big opening and has a first down.
I think Lowell is making either adjustments to the formation and maybe was blitzing, but a good read and a nice gain. He'll take a 10 to 12-yard gain every time.
Nice heads-up play by the quarterback for the Knights. Ford comes in motion to the near side. They pitch it to Bo Nichols. He's got a lead blocker.
And plenty of room.
Turns the corner to the 10, gets a nice block, dives for the end zone.
They give it
touchdown, Menlo.
Nice job.
Bo Nichols does a great job. He got great blocking on the play, and he picks up another touchdown.
Well, he fakes this man as well and gets to the outside. And once he's to the outside, he knows where the goal line is. He kind of smells that flag, and that's a great job of putting the ball over the, in the end zone and over the cone, the pylon, and making it a 6-point play.
PAT is good, and it is 27-0 in favor of the Knights. As we saw in that last touchdown play, Jack Suter picked up another key block as a wide receiver. Has a bit of a hesitation on the kickoff, but Suter was unfortunately flagged for a bad penalty call earlier, but we've seen 2 huge blocks.
We're not sure it was against Jack, but he has had 2 excellent blocks, and I think Bo Nichols puts the ball over the pylon. And that's a top flight play. That's a great play. It's difficult to teach, and I think you have to know where you are on the field. And nice job.
Nice coverage on the kick for the Knights. So Lowell will start with the final play here of this first quarter, as they are trailing 27-0 already. And this scrum offense better start trying to scrum up some points as they trail.
There's what it can do. It can seal off the down lineman, and then you usually have your lead back and or quarterback onto your secondary. So they've had 2 or 3 good plays, and a couple of where they've botched the handoff or the timing wasn't right. But we'll see if they can get it going. But Menlo's done a good job, and it's basically 22 people right in the middle of the, right near the football, and it's in a sense what was the way football was originally started. That it was kind of a scrum. There was very little passing, and you had people right up close as you see here. A little counter in this play.
Handoff.
He's free.
A lot of room to run.
Nice job.
Still moving inside the 40, finally stepping out of bounds. That was Yuri Torchian.
And that's their best play. Their counter so far. It's a misdirection. It looks like the ball's going one way, so it brings the defense that way. And once the defense commits and the ball comes back the other way, you have fewer players to make the tackle. And so Lowell gets, they've made 2 or 3 nice long runs, big plays, but they've been unable to break it.
Pitch goes to Ma. Not much room on first down. Picks up about 2.
Well, and what you need is similar to what Menlo had in the last game, good defensive penetration. And it's hard because there are very little line splits. There's the players in the line are, close in, they're foot to foot, and there's very little separation.
Quarterback's going to keep that one. That was Robert Jordan Lee on the carry. Picks up about 3. So they're moving in about 3-yard chunks here on the last 2 plays. That one actually only went for about 1.
Might see a pass here. No, it's a reverse.
It's a reverse, and he's got a little bit of lead blocking out to the near side. One man to beat, but nice job
not gonna make it.
By Menlo. That was Dylan Mayer, who made the tackle.
Well, he makes a nice play because he's the in a sense return or the cutback man. He needs to check for the reverse, and so good job, nice tackle, and then gets help from the rest of the defense. So it's a that brings up a 4th down play.
Handoff to Ma. He's got room. I believe he's got the first down.
He made it.
So Lowell moving the chains here on this drive, trailing 27-0.
Now, this is what the offense is designed to do. Eat up the yardage and time and, make it. You gamble a little bit, maybe go for it on 4th down. But, Menlo has scored quickly and is way ahead. And we'll see if they can go ahead and stop it. Doesn't look like they can stop on this one.
Flag thrown late, as that was Toby Kwong who had the ball carry. And it's a face mask at the end of it, Menlo, so they'll tack that onto the end of the run.
Right. Now it's either 5 or 15. And I think it's probably just going to be a 5 incidental contact. We'll see if we can see where that occurred. Well, I guess it was there somewhere.
So Lowell knocking on the doorstep and into the end zone for the touchdown goes Torchian.
And another flag at the end of it.
Has got the Lowell Cardinals on the board, but we will wait to see the penalty.
Well, that's that base play. They pitch it to the back that goes in motion, then the quarterback, and usually they lead through. So we saw that play, and it worked effectively. We'll wait for the outcome of this. It seems to be a touchdown, and then they're just going to decide whether they're going to go ahead and mark the ball.
So they will give them the touchdown, and they'll probably assess that penalty on the kickoff, you would believe.
That's what should happen, but we'll see. And I don't know, why or what it was that the Menlo did, but nevertheless, we'll say that they get 6 points and see if they can stop the 2-point play.
And they actually hand it off.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. It's good.
It's good.
All right, this goes to the fullback somehow. We don't get a good look at it, but it looked like it was going to be a sneak, and then the ball was either squirted out and handed to the fullback, but somehow the fullback ended up with it.
Maybe he had some sort of school record he was trying to break, and they wanted to get him the 2 points. As a low line drive kick is taken by Richard Harris.
Well, that was a little bit of an onside due to the penalty, so I think it's it's a smart move, especially when you're down by the point total that Lowell is, to go ahead and try to get the ball back. But I would have kicked it a little bit more to the side where you have more of your players to get an opportunity to get it. All right, here's Menlo back on maybe about there's a whistle.
This might be a couple people in motion.
Could be delay of game.
And it is.
Too much time. But they were on 1st and 10 on 30. Now it's 1st and 15 on the 25. And no adjustment by Lowell.
Wickers looking right now. He brings it down, and he's in the grasp and is going down. So 2 negative plays on to start this drive for the Knights.
Well, the first one is a penalty, which backs you up, and then this one is a sack, which backs you up. So now it's second and a long ways.
Menlo on top, 27-8. Stasny goes in motion. Wickers rolling out to the near side, throws across his body, and he's got a man open, Tommy Ford, and Tommy is up towards the 27-yard line.
Well, that was going to be the quick screen to Ford, and then it ends up being a little bit further down the line. Normally, I think the timing in the play would have developed sooner or quicker, but either way, it was thrown and caught, and they made some yardage out of plus yardage.
3rd down now for Menlo. Ford goes in motion. Wickers passes out left. He's got a man, and it's incomplete, intended for Tommy Ford.
That's too bad. That was a nice, it was a good touch and a good read, and just a little bit out of the, misconnected for whatever reason. So it brings up a 4th down. First time I think Menlo's had to punt.
Indeed it is. Leading 27-8. They're not going to give Lowell field position here, so they'll punt it away. And it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see if the official marks it about the 50-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. And I believe this might be a substitution violation.
Yes.
I'll back him up 5 yards.
Well, 1st and 15. There's the pitch.
Pitch goes to Calvin Ma. He's got room around the outside to the 40-yard line, close to the 1st down marker. You got to watch that stick on the far side.
Now that was designed to go inside, but the back bounced it outside, and wisely made about an additional 6-8 yards. So, Lowell, we've seen how this offense can work, although right now they're behind. They're going to continue to stay with it. I doubt that they'll spread or change the offense much. There's a counter.
Handoff and juggling act. Big hit put on there by Menlo, but a little bit of yardage picked up on the play by Yarny Goldabin.
Well, that was that counter, and a nice tackle there. But it's the counter. Again, it's usually designed to kind of fool you, make you think it's going one way, and they come back the other. So Lowell's had some success here in the late going.
Time winding down here in the 1st half. Handoff, or the pitch rather, goes to Torchian. Man who's on the scoreboard today for the Cardinals, picks up positive yardage there.
Well, you can see the offense now as they try to, in a sense, mow down or move back the defensive line. So in this case, I think what Menlo's going to have to do is just tighten up. Okay, it's a pass, and that's not what Lowell's going to do probably effectively or well. And so good pass rush, good defense. They had good coverage, and then they made the play. With 2 or 3 people in there on the tackle.
Peter Tite and Jack Suter in on the stop for the Knights. It's 3rd down, and they hand it off. Not much there.
Yeah. Now, see, that's good defense again by Menlo. They're going ahead and not allowing any penetration, not going ahead and giving up ground. And you can, again, call that a team tackle. I'd say there's, 5 or 6 people in on the tackle. Brings up a 4th and about 6.
And trailing by a 27-8 margin, they will go for this 4th down play.
Just a pitch the other way.
And got the 1st
very
down,
close.
it appears.
Yeah, very close.
Ball might have come loose. Menlo
I think it's going to depend on where they spot it, but pretty good. Okay, good offensive surge because they needed about 6 yards, and then Menlo closes and collapses, but they give him the 1st.
So Lowell trying to get this game back to within shouting distance as the handoff goes to Torchian again.
Well, that's the counter, and you see it starts one way, comes back. What you need to do is, it's hard to find the football, so you have to play disciplined football. You've got to control your area of space or turf and then try to find the ball.
Same formation. Ford hands off, and a reverse goes to Ma. He's got a lead blocker out in front, tries to cut it back upfield, but as you mentioned, Ray, a lot of Menlo Knights were in the area.
Well, Sean Hogue forces it to come back inside, and that's a great play out there. And then, again, you cover your area first. As long as nothing's coming at you, then you move laterally and pursue the football. Good defensive positioning.
Pitch goes to Ma. He tries to bounce it to the outside, but Jordan Williams is there to trip him up.
Well, he knifes through and makes the tackle, and again, it brings up a 4th down. And although Lowell is behind by a lot of points, you don't want to give up any scores here.
And the quarterback is going to try and dive up the middle of the field, and I don't know if he's got this one.
No, I don't think he makes that one.
It looked like Jack Suter was the man who dragged him down.
Now they did something that Menlo often does. They came up and had a very quick snap. So
So